Hello and welcome to episode 162 of Comics with Stevey D. And today the show is going to be a mix of things. We have the X-Men. It's another very small part of my collection, and I can show you my entire X-Men collection right here. It's only that thick, but they're good ones. All right, here is first issue, A Legend Reborn. Look at those characters. And this one has one of those fancy, I forgot what they're called, lenticular or something like that. This one works real good. Anniversary issue 92, but it works, when I've run across them in the past, they didn't work so hot, but this one works really good. All right, here is a cool book, a really good depiction of the X-Men, and it's the official index to the X-Men #1, and that's a pretty cool book. And before I go to the next section of X-Men, I want to show you a couple of things I've drawn. Did this one the other day, Black Bolt. I used a silver Sharpie to get the silver color, and it shines a little bit, kind of cool. And what else did I draw? I drew 2 or 3 lately that are interesting. Oh, I got 2 heroes and villains and 2 cartoonish kind of ones. This is a really good one of MODOK, and his tiny arms and his tiny legs. I got a lot of good detail in that. I based it off of a drawing I saw on I think a Captain America book, and then the bottom half is from here down is kind of original what I did with his propulsion system. Okay, now the next 2 are, this one's my silly cartoon. I like the cartoon, like a 1-panel cartoon. There's a guy and a little golden robot, and he says, here is the Duck Bill series robot. See the duck bill on the guy? I built him from a kit I received after sending in cereal box tops to the manufacturer. Now, when we go shopping, he goes to the cereal aisle and shoplifts labels. He says he's lonely. Kind of ironic, kind of silly. And the last one is just a face. Oh, wait a minute, I got another villain. The Red Skull. And what's cool about this one is I like the way the cube turned out, the mixture of colors, And it's just in his face, he's smoking his cigarette through a cigarette holder, very gentlemanly for a megalomaniac. And I got one more, then we'll get back to the X-Men. This is just a pencil sketch, if I can find it. Maybe it's in this way. It's as hard to keep track of your drawings as it is, here it is. Just, He looks like a guy in a bank or a college professor, or, that kind of thing. Just a goofy picture. He needs a shave, you know, just details. Just like in music, you play the same song many, many times, dozens, hundreds of times to really get inside uh, the song, to get really familiar with it. So if you draw a face over and over and over, you're starting to get the characteristics of the face, like how the eyes are, or how a mouth. Like when I draw a female mouse, I always had the lines going up and down like this. This was my idea. But when I draw men's, I had the lines going that way, and it doesn't look feminine. So well, that's what I think anyway. Back to the X-Men. Now, this next section is a storyline, and that's why I collected it. Because this character, Onslaught, he had caused so much trouble in the Marvel Universe when he popped on the scene. This is June 1996, number 53. This is a $10 book. Most of the rest of them are 2, 3 in that range. And here's 54, and I got a really good picture of Onslaught so you can see the character. And this was right at the end when they were using paper instead of like the magazine style paper. And to me, this is from 96. Look how beautiful everything still looks. And to me, I like this better than the magazine style. I think if they went back to that kind of paper, it might, it could bring the cost of comics down a little bit. All right, and here is 55, Twilight of the Heroes, Phase 1. Get the glare off. It's kind of a cool cover. I like, everybody draws their ray guns different. And see how he's got little edges on the fire? I always do them smooth, but now I got an idea. See, I got to borrow from everybody because everything is built on what came before, and I kind of like that. So when you look at comic books, there's just so many details in them that is overlooked unless you carefully examine the illustration. Magneto and Rogue Unleashed. This is September 96, number 56. I think I got all of the storyline but 1 or 2 books. Here's one, Dr. Xavier. This is 57. Farewell to Xavier. I ain't going anywhere. I'm a comic book character. They always bring me back. Maybe they could shave my eyebrows a little bit. Okay. Onslaught X-Men. Right there. This is kind of a... might be a one-shot. And the last one, 58. It had to happen. Gambit versus Magneto. See, they got Magneto. To me, Magneto should be older looking. See how young he looks there? But that's just my opinion. But that's my entire X-Men collection, which I'm happy to have because there's just too many. You can't collect everything. It's impossible. So I collected in bulk of Iron Man and Captain America and Avengers, and I'm working on the Thing. Yesterday I spent the afternoon putting my Thing run and my Marvel 2-in-1s in new bags and boards to keep them nice, and they're all in one box. It's real uniform looking, real fun part of the hobby. I guess that's the nerd in me. You know, making what I'm currently trying to hunt down, making them look real nice. So I got about 30 books to go out of the 100, and I'll have all the Marvel 2-in-1s. But I'm chipping away at that, and I'm chipping away at Tales of Suspense, and I'm not buying as many dollar books as I used to because they take up a lot of room and you're not emotionally attached to them. With that, I'd like to wish you a great winter season and hope this storm ends. That's why I wore this shirt, because you know, it had all the snow on it, and everybody in America is going having a snow day, so I figured it would be good. And I got my new hat. I sent away to get a hat made, so might wear that on a few videos. I'm happy to be bald. I don't care about that, but the hat is just a little swag for Stevie D. And with that, enjoy your comic book pursuits. Take care.